In this installment, we're going to be going over the NFC North, the top two plays on each and every team that you should be focused on in your fantasy football drafts. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredient for your NFC North team previews, giving you the top two plays on each and every team that you gotta focus in on in your upcoming fantasy football drafts. All right, but before I deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Also, don't forget about the TikTok at chef_D91, and don't forget about the Patreon if you need more DFS betting and fantasy football advice. All of those links will be provided down below. First up for the NFC North will be the Chicago Bears, and our first player will be Darnell Mooney. Last year finished wide receiver 23 in 2021. Current ADP is 59.7 on Underdog, and it is falling as of right now. So you're getting him as a very solid value right now because people are unsure of the Chicago Bears offense with Justin Fields, with their offensive line, but Darnell Mooney is the number one wide receiver on this offense. If we look at his previous stats from 2020 and 2021, you saw the big jump from his rookie to sophomore year. We saw the fact that he usurped Allen Robinson. Obviously, they had a lot of bad blood going there. And Darnell Mooney emerged as the number one target. All right, so we haven't even seen the ceiling yet. We saw a very positive year from him for just becoming the number one. Now, Allen Robinson is totally gone. All right, so all the targets are going to be allocated to Darnell Mooney first. All right, so 140 targets last year, 81 receptions, 1,000 receiving yards, but only 4 TDs. So there's upside in that department, and maybe some upside in the receiving department as well, because he is an assassin of getting open. All right, he gets target separation. This is his efficiency right here, and his average cushion. Both of these are top 10 in the league. All right, he's getting separation every time he's receiving the ball. He's getting a great cushion and allowing himself to get yards after the catch. With his speed, this is a very, very dangerous combination. Darnell Mooney can surprise and probably finish top 20 this year, so definitely go get him. Finish out the Chicago Bears, we have running back number 2 right now is Khalil Herbert. This guy came out of nowhere last year, took advantage of a very prime spot of David Montgomery being out, and that sample size of David Montgomery missing 3 games, we got 21 fantasy points, 19 fantasy points, and 7.5 against the 49ers, who are a very solid defense. But mostly what we saw out of Khalil Herbert was very, very promising. All right, now we're getting reports in this offseason right now, preseason, that he is emerging as a clear-cut backfield by committee here. Khalil Herbert has imposed his will, and they're saying that there'll be more of a share in this Bears backfield between Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. We saw it in the preseason game. Khalil Herbert working with the ones and above David Montgomery as well. And we're seeing that David Montgomery is seeing reps at special teams. All this type of news is not good for David Montgomery. So we continue to slide down David Montgomery, and we're going to continue to build up Khalil Herbert. This is a value that we're getting here in Khalil Herbert. His current ADP is 151, all right? That's a steal, all right? He's so slowly moving up right now, 7 spots. But if we're getting a clear-cut running back by committee and a team that's going to be run first anyway, especially with Justin Fields, definitely see some sleeper potential here in Khalil Herbert. We've seen the upside in the games without David Montgomery. He's already looked like the better running back out of the 2. So definitely go get Khalil Herbert this year. The Detroit Lions will be next on our list, and we have our main pick here in DeAndre Swift, running back for those Lions. My doppelganger right there, just kidding. But RB15 last year in 2021, ADP 15 overall. I see him creeping up in that back end of the first round, because in PPR leagues, he's an absolute monster. Best comparable to MJD. You already know the type of stats Maurice Jones-Drew was putting up. DeAndre Swift did have a couple injuries last year that only allowed him to play 13 games. But he's done that in his first season and second season, playing around 13 games. Durability, not that much of a question, but something to definitely think about. Jamal Williams is going to be his backup running back, but none of that matters. We understand that he's splitting just a little bit with Jamal Williams, but he's such a dynamic receiving back that it doesn't matter. As you can see, fantasy points per game was 14.6. Then it risen up to 16.1 last year, and the upside is huge. The Detroit Lions has already come out and said they're going to feature this guy. And you can look at his receiving metrics. Target share is number 2 in the league. Routes 1, number 5 in the league. Route participation is number 2 in yards per reception. Top 20 in the league for this running back. All right, here. This is a running back that's going to run it first and second down, and he's going to be there sometimes for third down to get major points for you in PPR leagues, getting screens, coming out of the backfield, doing wheel routes, everything. DeAndre Swift is super dangerous. Another factor is that he's so efficient. All right, these are yards created is the yards after evading the first tackle. Number 5 in the league at 869, and yards created per touch is number 1 in the league. All right, after he's missing that first tackle, evading the first tackle, he's getting big chunks. All right, so this guy here in DeAndre Swift has all the upside in the world. If we can get a full, complete season of health from DeAndre Swift, he is clearly a top 5 running back, especially in PPR leagues, because he's seeing that huge type of volume, something similar to like an Austin Eckler, where you're getting 60 to 70 receptions in a season. DeAndre Swift is a smash this year. Next on the Detroit Lions will be Amon-Ra St. Brown. This rookie wide receiver last year finished wide receiver 21, came out of nowhere, right? Out of USC, and his current ADP now is 59.9, all right? Now, his stretch and run of his rookie season was astronomical. If we're looking at week 13 all the way down, he had 5 top 10 finishes, okay? 5 top 10 finishes, putting up huge numbers, a big target share. Yes, that was because TJ Hawkinson was out and a little bit of DeAndre Swift was out, and he was the main guy on the field. But the key component here, I don't think that this will hurt Amon-Ra St. Brown in his second season. I think the addition of DJ Shark will help assist Amon-Ra St. Brown, especially as Shark extends the field and you have Amon-Ra St. Brown working in the middle as your slot guy. One of the key components of the reason why I like Amon-Ra St. Brown is he's reliable. Reliable for Jared Goff. Jared Goff loves to key in on guys that are reliable, like he did with the LA Rams with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, okay? He's found probably his Cooper Kupp in this offense. The 2 reasons why is he's only had 3 drops last year, a 2.5% rate. That's what you like to see. He doesn't drop the ball often, and his contested catch rate. So you got Amon-Ra St. Brown going across the middle in high traffic areas, and he's coming down with the ball at a top 10 rate in the league, all right? Look at these numbers he put up last year in his rookie season. 119 targets, 90 receptions, 912 receiving yards, and 5 TDs. Absolutely outstanding. Amon-Ra St. Brown is definitely viable in that round 5, round 6 area. If he's able to fall to you in round 7, early round 7, then that will be an absolute steal. But I definitely like him in his sophomore season for the Detroit Lions, a team that has an improved offensive line, improved weapons. So they're probably going to extend drives more, be in more competitive games, and get more opportunities to score points in the red zone. Next will be the Green Bay Packers, and we have Aaron Jones as our first selection. Probably my favorite selection on this team, hands down. And where should I start? Let's just start with the fact that this man was not that far away from a top 5 finish. 2 top 5 finishes in 2019 and 2020 at the running back position. He finished RB11 in 2021. There was a little bit of a falter in that Green Bay offense. Obviously, Devonta Adams was a focal point. Now he is gone. Now he is gone. And we're missing a huge chunk here in target share. Look at Devonta Adams' targets, target share, and target rate last year. Number 2 in the league, top 2 in the league at all 3. All right. Now we go to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was already top 10 in the league with targets, already top 10 in red zone touches, already top 10 in receptions, already top 10 in TDs. Do I need to say more? Already top 10 in target share, already top 11 in routes run. Across the board, Aaron Jones is going to see a bump in usage everywhere. All right. He's best comparable to Christian McCaffrey. We already seen the fact that he has huge top 3 upside at the running back position. Now, no Devonta Adams. He's probably going to be the focal point on the offense, running and receiving the ball. Yes, he will share work with A.J. Dillon, but the main guy here is Aaron Jones. And in that red zone, he is an absolute beast. I know we remember the game where he had 3, 4, 5 touchdowns in a game. That was last season. That can happen almost 3, 4, 5 times this upcoming season on this Green Bay Packers team, and they have no wide receivers. Christian Watson had knee surgery. Sammy Watkins is old. We don't know about Allen Lazard. Robert Tonyan is coming back from injury. There's question marks everywhere, and they're going to rely upon, and Aaron Rodgers is going to rely upon, on guys that he trusts. And that's number 1, Aaron Jones. And number 2, that's going to be A.J. Dillon, all right? Aaron Jones is an absolute smash. He shouldn't go at his current ADP right now at 17. He should be going in the first round. This man is going to have Austin Eckler usage from last year, okay? You got to understand that. You have to understand that. This team is perfect for Aaron Jones to explode for this year. Definitely go get him. Number 2 on the Green Bay Packers. I just spoke about him because I was bigging up my boy Aaron Jones, and his compadre is A.J. Dillon. We have a little tandem here for the Green Bay Packers. They're going to have to switch things up because I don't think a number 1 will emerge on this offense. They're going to have to adjust. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to adjust, but this is going to become more of a running offense, all right? They have an elite defense. They have a solid line, and to protect and extend the career of Aaron Rodgers is nothing like to having a great running game. You got Aaron Jones, you got A.J. Dillon. Got a nice combination here. And A.J. Dillon is a complete monster. As you can see, he's best comparable to Steven Jackson. We already know what he's capable of. Current ADP is 65, so I'm loving where his price is. RB23 last year, and that's because mainly he was being used in that red zone and at that goal line. Goal line to go, you bring in 6 foot tall, 247 pound A.J. Dillon, and he's going to pound the ball into that end zone, a guarantee almost each and every time. Last year, if we look at his stats, not only did he provide 803 rushing yards, 4.3 yards a carry, but he also came through with 34 receptions, 313 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So he has the pass catching ability to go alongside Aaron Jones. This helps because it's not a clear-cut decision when you see Aaron Jones. Oh, okay, it's going to definitely be a pass. No. When A.J. Dillon comes in, it's not definitely going to be a run. He can do both things, and we're probably going to see a 10 touchdown performance from him this year. If you're waiting on RB and doing a 0 RB type of draft, A.J. Dillon being your first running back can be something very key to look for when you're in that round 5, round 6 area. If you already build up quarterbacks and wide receivers and a tight end, throw in A.J. Dillon and you've got a very solid lineup there. We're looking at A.J. Dillon and his red zone touches. As you can see, it was top 12 in the NFL, 6 goal line touches as well. We're going to see an increase on that. The fact that Devonta Adams is gone and they have no talent at the wide receiver position helps Dillon and Aaron Jones. I love these two guys for this season. Go get them both. First up, for the Minnesota Vikings is my favorite player. Is my absolute favorite player, Justin Jefferson. I've done TikTok videos on this man. This man is getting Cooper Kupp usage this year, all right? This is not a run-first offense Minnesota Vikings. Mike Zimmer is gone. He has got the boot. They're bringing in the Rams offense, and they're using Justin Jefferson as Cooper Kupp. That's all I need to say. Not only the fact is that he's best comparable to Reggie Wayne. Yes, his ADP is 100% viable at 3. He should be going number 1 in all leagues. If we're looking at Justin Jefferson, look at these stats. Look at these stats. Last year was nothing. All right. Number 4 in targets, number 3 in target share. Target rate was number 9. If we're looking at air yards, number 1 in the league. Air yard share was number 1, and deep targets were number 1. With the run first offense is gone. They're going to be passing the ball more at a higher rate, and Justin Jefferson is going to get Cooper Kupp usage. Easy plays to get Justin Jefferson in space so he can create. Not only is Justin Jefferson going to finish as the number 1 wide receiver, Justin Jefferson is going to finish as the number 1 fantasy player in fantasy football this year. I'm slipping my feet on it. I'm planting a flag. Justin Jefferson, number 1 player this year. Go get him. Next up will be the quarterback of Justin Jefferson, and that is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins gets a lot of flack, but I don't know why. The stats year after year are there and are in Kirk Cousins' favors, but we continue to put a blind eye to it. Best comparable to Tony Romo was consistent as well, but Kirk Cousins might be even better. Kirk Cousins is in for a year that is going to be very, very special. Like I said, finished QB 11 last year, and his current ADP is 117. We're bringing in a new offense. We're not running the ball first. They are going to be throwing at a very high rate. Kirk Cousins is on a precipice of a huge season. His passer rating is number 1 in the league. He has the highest passer rating in games in wins at 114. As you can see, look at the names on this list. He's above Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Drew Brees, Kurt Warner, and Phillip Rivers. Not only does he have the best passer rating in wins, he has one of the best passer ratings in losses. He's always there. He's always consistent. Number 3 in losses as well. He's super efficient. He provides high upside, and he gets the ball to his target. He's number 3 right behind Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan in that stat as well. Kirk Cousins is number 3 in money throws, and he's number 1 in pressure throws. If they ever gave him an offensive line, he would exceed to a whole entire another level. Pressure throws 154, number 1 in the league. He's providing pinpoint accuracy under duress. Money throws is clutch moments and unforeseen throws that come from weird angles, and he's number 3 in that. If they gave him a clean pocket in Minnesota, he would go to a whole nother level. That's why I'm saying he's going to get 4,500 plus yards. He's going to get over 40 touchdowns. Look at his clean pocket completion percentage, number 6 in the league at 74%. His red zone completion percentage is number 8 in the league. All right. So we're getting him under duress. We're getting him in clean pockets. We're getting him in clutch moments. And Kirk Cousins is coming through each and every time. QB 11 was nothing last year. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback with the weapons around him and this offense, how they're implementing the new offense for the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins is a smash, and a late smash at that. This is a sleeper quarterback for this year after you get past guys like Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr. Kirk Cousins is usually still there, and he's throwing to one of the best wide receivers in the league. Definitely go get Kirk. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the breakdown of the NFC North, my top 2 plays on each and every team. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessengerJD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.